On our first episode of Benny and the Jet, we preview the Super Bowl, talk about our favorite prop bets in the big game, and the debut of the segment, Question of the Week. We also have a very cool interview with Westfield basketball head coach Jim McKeon, taking an inside look at his time as a Westfield high school athlete, his view on being a first-time head coach, and even his take on space.
All right, let's get after it.
All right, we got the big game this weekend, this Sunday, the Puppy Bowl.
It's a bad joke, Jet.
That's
Told
all
you
right.
not to say it.
That's all right. We'll get back into it. Yes. All right, so we obviously have the Super Bowl this weekend. Big game. Pats, Rams. Not really a ton of storylines. Oh, my God. Was that a voice crack? Was that a voice crack 3 minutes into the pod?
Look, guys, we're starting this podcast off with a huge voice crack from Till You. That's just something you want to see. I mean, we won't make too big of a deal out of it.
I'll get the next one.
I'll let you get off of it here. But
yeah.
Super Bowl. Rams, Patriots. Not much more you could ask for from these playoffs so far. We've had great games. I mean, what are you thinking here? To me, look, I start looking at it, I think 50-50 from the Rams, Patriots. They're honestly, you could see why both teams would win, but I'm interested in seeing what you're thinking right away.
See, I agree with you that I think it's going to be a very close game. I think that it's going to be almost the opposite of like the Pats-Chiefs game. I think the Rams are going to take an early lead rather than like obviously the Pats took an early lead on the Chiefs. They went up by I think it was 14-0, 17-7 at halftime. I think it's going to be a similar score at halftime. I think the Rams are going to take control of the game early. Everyone's been on the Patriots bandwagon just this week. Obviously, I think it's been like
they're saying they're the underdogs.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think it's been like
I don't know.
The first part of the year, everyone was like, all right, like the Patriots are obviously studs, like they're this great dynasty that is going to continue to win games. I don't see them slowing down anytime soon. Halfway through the year, especially after the Steelers loss, everyone kind of jumped off the bandwagon.
Probably one of the most boring games I've ever watched.
The Steeler game?
Was it 17-10 something?
No, it came down the last drive.
What was that? Scoring?
Not a big under guy. Anyway.
Absolutely not.
After the Steeler game, I feel like everyone got off the Patriot bandwagon. Everyone's like, they're not the same team, especially that clown, Max Kellerman. Oh my God, dude. What a clown.
Great guy. Love the guy.
What a clown. But everyone got off the Pats bandwagon, and I think that now that the Pats proved everyone wrong, they're back on the Pats bandwagon. I don't think enough credit has been given to the success of the Rams. So I think the Rams are going to start off pretty hot to come out of the gate. They're probably going to take an early lead, if I had to guess, and then the Pats are going to come back and make it a game.
So it's a classic Patriots game.
It's a classic Patriots game, yeah, honestly.
Now, how much are they going to win by? What do you think?
I think they're going to cover the spread. The spread's at 2.5 right now. That's what we're getting at. I would put my money on the Pats, but I'm not super confident in it because I just think like Sean McVay's probably got something dialed up that we're not ready for.
Right, he's a guy.
Yeah, but if there is one coach to counter that, I would put Belichick up there. You know.
Yeah, he's a scary guy. He knows what's coming. He's planning for it. He's got something under his sleeve. So, like I was saying, I would change who I have winning this game every day for the last week, but
you back and forth.
I was back and forth, but I have come to a realization. I am going Rams covering the spread, possibly winning the game. 2.5 for the Rams. So Brady's the GOAT. We know it.
Yeah.
The Rams, they just have too much star power on the defensive side of the ball. And we know how good Belichick is at getting those big-time players like Donald out, but they trade for depth. They get guys like Fowler rushing on the edge. He gets in, makes one fumble. Who knows?
Yeah, Dante Fowler can absolutely be the key to this game.
It's gonna be a close game, back to back.
Yeah,
we saw with the Eagles last year. Both teams got to score to stay in the game.
Okay.
To me, it's gonna come down to turnovers. Whoever shits their pants first, essentially.
Yeah.
and I'm completely invested in what McVay is doing.
Okay.
I think this is the start of the McVay dynasty. You know, once they keep bringing free agents in, who knows how many Super Bowls they could win. And yeah, I mean,
I feel like they already brought free agents in. Like they have no cap right now, so I feel like this is the year that they went all in, and rightfully so. I mean, obviously they're in the Super Bowl, so it shows how, spending money affects a team, and going all in. They traded for Marcus Peters. They signed C.J. Anderson. They traded for Dante Fowler. They traded for Brandon Cooks. They basically went all in this year.
You got Sue, Peters, Talib. You got Donald. All those, they're so hungry.
Yeah, but they're so top heavy. Like, they have no depth. Like, I think, and Bill Belichick is a coach that I think is going to utilize that lack of depth against the Rams, and I think that he's going to try to run the ball quick, and I think that
he will.
Yeah, they're gonna go probably no huddle. If I had to guess, like try to wear out the top heavy defense of the Rams and try to get the depth.
That's what Belichick is really good at. He's just wearing out the defense, definitely attacking their depth.
Yeah.
But I just see game going so back and forth, scoring. Patriots are gonna run the ball. We know how good they are in those big games, coming in with game plans. I just see the Rams just keep on bringing it back. I don't know how high scoring it's going to be.
Are you taking the over or no? What's the line at over under?
Big games, I like the under, but
dude, I don't know.
But it's a
last year's Super Bowl was 38-33 final or 41-33.
Yeah,
that dominated the over. So yeah, that was a hard.
You got guys like Wade Phillips here.
Want to hear a stat? Stat to help you out. So, you know how Wade Phillips honored his dad this week by wearing his coat that he would wear every road trip and his hat?
Mm-hmm.
So when Wade Phillips, according to DeMarcus Ware, dedicates one game every year to his dad, in those games they are 7-0. That's a stat. That's a stat.
That is a top-notch stat.
That's a stat. That's going against what I'm trying to prove.
Dude, you are helping me.
I am helping you, but I don't know. Like, if betting against Brady and Belichick in the playoffs is absolutely ludicrous.
All right, how about this? All right, Wade Phillips. Last time he was going against Brady, big moment, AFC Championship a couple years ago.
Was that Denver?
Yes. Got to Brady 23 times.
Okay.
It's a lot of contact. And you got guys like Donald, Sue, Fowler. One strip sack, balls on the ground.
Okay.
2 possession lead. Got Greg the leg. He's not missing field goals. Gostkowski will.
No way. Gostkowski's ice in the playoffs.
Gostkowski is booty.
All right, so Sean McVay returning home to Atlanta. That's basically. I feel like there's been no storylines for the Super Bowl this year. Like, there's been at least like a little juicy.
I mean, everyone's still crying over the Saints.
Yeah, that is true.
And
obviously, rightfully so. But yeah. So if you had $1,000 to bet, hypothetical $1,000, based on how confident you are in the Saints or the Rams, how much are you betting on the Rams? Just not hypothetical.
$1,000. $750.
$750. That's high, dude.
I can't go all in.
That is high.
I mean, if I'm having an opinion here, I'm gonna stick with it, but I'm not going. You know what? I'll bring it down $650. Give me $650.
I'm putting like $250 on the Pats because it's about a quarter of my money, right?
It's a hypothetical.
I'm not confident.
So why are you choosing the Patriots?
Because I still think they're gonna win by over 3. I still think they're gonna win by at least a field goal. Like, I don't see them losing this game by, or I don't see them winning.
Throw 1,000.
But I'm nervous.
He's nervous.
I'm nervous.
You don't want to go into a game with nerves there.
So we got a couple of prop bets. Obviously, Super Bowl's big. We're supposed to be a gambling podcast. That's what we're trying to do. So we got a couple of big prop bets to the Super Bowl this year. And I think our favorite is what color the Gatorade bath's going to be.
It's the best one.
So obviously, it's the best prop bet.
You never know. I mean, when you got teams like the Patriots coming back every year, you start to get a hint.
No, but dude, like in Atlanta, I don't think they Gatorade bath Belichick. We were watching the film and there was no Gatorade bath. We looked back on the film. I've watched the film. You can take my word for it.
Huge film guy here, tell you.
I'm putting a lot of money on this prop bet. I'll be honest. My bookie.
What are you taking here?
All right. So we'll go through the list. So Clear is the betting favorite at plus 200.
Clear.
Then we have plus 350 at Orange, which is what 40% of the public money is on right now. That's a lot of public money. Yellow's at 350 as well. Blue's at 400 and red is at 500. So we have a little bit of a what would I call this? Like Todd Gurley tip-off. Tip-off on Todd Gurley.
Right.
Someone tweeted at him last week on Twitter, what is his team's Gatorade color? Tweeted back, Ice Punch. Ice Punch is clear. Clear is the betting favorite. Any similarities there? I still don't think
because that is
the same thing
that he said. But
all right,
that's a trap.
That is a trap. The Rams aren't going to win the game anyway. No, they're not going to win. So
if they did, it's
nope,
a trap.
They're not going to win. How is that a trap? How is that a trap? No, if the Rams win, they definitely have Clear. If the betting favorite is at 200, and I don't think I've ever seen a Clear Gatorade bet.
I'm telling you right now, it's orange.
No, it's yellow. So why do you think it's orange? Orange.
Why do you think it's yellow?
Because it's the traditional color.
I mean, I guess it
far and away
different teams winning.
Color.
So
yeah, I have the Pats. You think the Rams are going to win? And I can see McVagan tossed in orange.
You know what? I can see yellow.
Yeah. So we're going yellow.
I'm going orange.
Put $500 on yellow. I'm telling you, yellow.
$7,000 on orange.
The Pats did blue when they beat the Seahawks. That's the only Pats video I did watch.
All right, what's next?
Did I watch the tape? Watch one tape. All right, that's all right. Next ridiculous prop bet. Over under, how many times will Tony Romo successfully call a play before the snap? Over under 6.5.
6.5.
That's a lot. That's a lot of plays. I don't know how many he got.
That's what he does, though.
That's like his thing.
Is there like
it's
is there like a chart of his numbers per game? Because like
there aren't stats for that. I don't think.
How are they coming up with
6.5 is it's a half the amount.
Yeah, 6.5. I'll give him 6.
You give him 6?
I'll take the under. I'll give him 6 plays. But this is also something we were talking about. If they're kneeling it before half, and he goes, "All right,
is that a nail?
That could be the half."
I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's. That counts.
That counts. Then who knows?
That could count. All right, next prop bet. Who is the Super Bowl MVP of the game going to thank first in his post-game speech? Teammates at 3-2, God at 3-1, coach at 12-2, family at 12-1, and owner at 12-1.
Absolutely, 100% God, no doubt in my mind.
You think it's God? That's 3-1. That's the second best odds.
It is 100% God, no question. I would never choose.
I want to thank God. Well,
it's always God.
Does Tom Brady? I think Tom Brady's gonna win MVP. So, like, I could see this game like Tom Brady. He
has thanked God a lot.
He does. Yep. Very religious. I could see him thanking like Giselle, his wife. Like he did that after the Chiefs game, where he was like I want to thank my wife and my kids.
It's God.
Family at 12-1. Family at 12-1. You don't like that? You don't like that bet, Sherm? Producer John Sherman doesn't like that bet. Let's hear it, Sherm.
It's absolutely God.
Absolutely.
You think it's God? No, it's not God.
I got Sherm. So you really don't think it's God?
I don't think it's gonna be God. I think it's either gonna be teammates or family.
I think that is.
I think Brady's gonna win it. I think he's gonna thank Giselle first.
All right.
Giselle at 12-1. I'd put like $5 on that. Giselle, that's a solid.
Put it down.
It's a weak bet, though.
$5.
It's a weak bet. All right.
Till's taking.
Next prop bet. How many times will Giselle be shown on TV? Over under 1.5. I'm pounding the over on that. Pounding the over. You know, Giselle like throws tantrums. Like when Tom Brady is scoring touchdowns.
I agree.
Especially if he's like running the ball in. Like she's going crazy.
They'll show her once in the first half, just like her minding her own business in her little.
There's no chance they only show her twice or once.
You could take the over after the game when she's if she's down there on the field or something. Easy over.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Which company airs the first commercial after the coin toss? We got Budweiser at 15-1. Bud Light at 15-1. Coke at 19-1. Skittles at 19-1. Kia at 24-1, and Field at 2-3. So the Field is getting some great odds right now.
I mean,
I think it's gonna be Coke.
If I was to do that, I'm going Field because, geez, how many?
I think it's Coke.
Who knows? It's a commercial. If I had to give you one company, just not based off that list,
Let's hear it.
It's gonna be Chevy.
Chevy.
It's gonna be Chevy.
Is that the one where they pulled the tarp out for like 5 times? It's like Toyota. Nope.
It's gonna be that exact commercial.
No.
Though that commercial sucked.
Wow.
I hate that commercial.
Wow,
that commercial
Chevy?
sucks. Wow, it's they definitely.
The
You know how they
Chevy guy
say
told you to
non-paid
come out to a
actors?
Chevy.
They're absolutely paid actors.
They know. They know. They know.
He's the Chevy guy.
Yeah.
He's the Chevy guy.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And there's like 5 cars laid out there. They see the first car, they pull off. They're like, "Wow, it's that." There's 4 other cars next to it with a tarp on it. It's not that car. All right, Chevy, lock it in.
Lock it in.
Tarp
Think of
commercial.
Doritos.
Doritos is a nice bet,
Could
Sharon.
be Doritos.
Okay.
Go Daddy. It's a classic Super Bowl.
Remember they used to have like Danica Patrick on there. Didn't they get kicked off for one of those Super Bowl commercials?
Yeah.
Like they had like a super dirty Super Bowl commercial. Yeah.
Or more like the nerd.
Yeah. With the teacher. Yeah. Okay. All right. Overall, we have a little bit of a differing opinion on the game. I've got the Pats winning. I say take the spread at 2.5. You're giving up a couple points, but I still think that you can't bet on Belichick and Brady. Like
We agree it's going to be close, though.
It's good. It's definitely going to be close.
Okay.
What's your prediction of the game? Like final score?
It's going to be 31-27 Rams.
31-27 Rams. Okay. I think it's going to be 28-24 Pats. I think that's the
Does that
same.
hit the over, what I just said? 'Cause if
No,
it does-
over's at 57, 56.5. So I don't think that hits the over. I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under in the
we're not
Pats.
hitting that quick math. We're not-
Oh, quick math. Let's pull up the calc. I'm going under, and life is too short to bet the under, but I'm betting the under anyway.
All right, so
Under.
hold on.
I'm going
I
28-24.
said
What did you say? 31
28.
plus 20.
Oh, wait, we could have done that math.
58. Wow.
Wait, what was it?
We're just really bad at math. What? Over is 56.5. So you would take the over. I'm taking the under.
You know what?
We're taking opposite picks. I'm taking Pats and the under, and he's taking Rams
Give me
and over.
Rams and the over.
I feel like,
And
dude,
orange,
I feel like
don't forget orange.
Tom Brady's gonna cut. Oh no, we're betting yellow.
Orange
Yellow at 3.5.
and Chevy.
350. Okay. All right. So we have a pretty solid interview coming up with head coach Jim McKeon, Westfield head coach.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun talking to him. We talked about a lot of different things. Hopefully you guys like it. We're trying to be a little bit laid back in our segments. This is our first podcast, so
Sure,
we hope
like it.
we hope you like it. We have stuff on the other side of the interview too. We have trade talk. We have Till's takes and Ben's bets of the week. That's our bets. That's the lock it in locks of the week. You like that one? Lock it in locks of the week.
Lock it in locks of the weeks.
Those are solid.
Yes.
So then we have trade talk, and we have, last but not least, question of the week, the best hypothetical question on the internet. That's after this amazing interview from Jim McKeon. All right, here we go. Here's Jim McKeon. All right, we now welcome on first-year head basketball coach Jim McKeon. Coach McKeon, thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, look, this is the first interview we're having here. You got to be feeling pretty proud right now. A lot of people don't get this opportunity, so
I feel like I've made it. How many coaches can say they made it halfway through the first year?
I mean, there you go. Like, we're Big J journalists. We're big time media.
Is this what
Big
it is?
J? Oh yeah.
Okay.
This is big time media stuff.
absolutely.
Big J, how'd you
There
guys
we
figure
go.
that one out?
Just Big J. We're just Big J's.
Okay.
We're big
That's
time
just how
media
it
guys.
is. That's
All
really
right,
just
all
how it
That's
is.
exactly us.
Creativity
so it's
all-time
your-
high.
What's up?
Creativity at an all-time high? Or?
all time high. You know.
Now, do you wear the same jerseys every time, or is
No,
this like
I mean,
This is Jalen Rose.
well, stay tuned and you'll see. But
Fab Five?
But I'll give
Fab
you a hint,
Five.
and we will not wear the same jerseys every time.
All right. So you're a first year head coach. What's been the biggest challenge that's been different from your other years as a JV coach?
The biggest challenge, I guess, is like all the other stuff from coaching that goes along with being the head coach. Now, as much as, I've always had my own team, now I kind of have 3 teams. You got to know I want to know who every kid is in the program. I want to see every kid play, so I'm going to a lot more games as a freshman. I see the JV guys as much as possible when they play with, as they play before or after varsity. But my biggest challenge is I wouldn't even call it a challenge, but expectation for myself is start to know the younger guys, like the middle school kids, elementary school kids. Go into their game, just show my face so, they have a familiar face when they get to the high school, and they kind of know who I am, at least from, looking at me, and I say hello and stuff. And I get to know the future and see what it's about. Mm-hmm. So, that it's really the time. It's a lot more time. It's a lot of the stuff beyond coaching that, that you can't really prepare for unless you're in the situation.
So going from a JV coach to a varsity coach, biggest adjustment, it's a time thing, getting to know all these people.
Yeah, I would say you guys are athletes, so at every level the speed has changed too, and it goes for the coaches as well. You got to make quicker decisions in a faster pace, a lot tighter games. Yep. There's not so many blowouts because everybody's you're at the top level of you have everybody that's at the highest level in your school, so. Hopefully it's competitive. This year we've been in every game we've been in. It's been tight, except for a few. We've won a couple large and we lost a couple large. But for I guess a handful, 10 of the games, we're in there to win at the end or we would lose at the end. So it's the decision making at a higher speed or a quicker volume that has to change. And as you guys know, you've played. Go from 8th grade to freshman, it's a jump. Yeah, freshman to JV, it's a jump. JV to varsity, then to college. It's all the next step, and it goes for the coaches as well. It doesn't slow down; it just gets quicker.
Yeah, and so obviously you guys have a lot of talent on the team, and you guys are 7-9, around that 500 range, which is definitely a big step up from where you guys were last year. But when you're looking at your roster, who's got the most NBA potential on the team? Who's going to the NBA?
Who's making it big?
Who's making it big?
Yeah, who's making it big? NBA. Yeah.
National Basketball Association. Best players in the world.
We got a couple from Westfield High School.
We got a couple of guys NBA bound, maybe more WBA bound, but NBA bound is
whatever puts food on the table.
Hey, whatever you got to do. Our strongest suit is the depth of players that we have and the quality of player. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of guys that stand out but you can't win a game by yourself. You can't lose a game by yourself.
That's facts.
We play. Any given night we rotate 12 guys in. There's not another program that we play that does that. That's a testament to the guys on our team. But I guess if you put your mind to it, anybody can do anything, right?
That's right. We're talking about some people have the touch, some people don't. I heard some students around the school were wondering who has the worst looking jump shot on the team. But we don't want to throw anyone under the bus here.
No, we're definitely throwing them under the bus.
We're throwing people under the bus. Okay. All right.
The worst looking on the team or just?
Oh, yeah, no, on the team.
Whew.
I mean, I know
there's some gotta be Shapiro. It's gotta be Shapiro.
Shapiro?
Hank, I love you, buddy.
Shapiro, he'll be the first to admit it. It is not pretty.
He will admit it. That's the great
thing.
He
also scores on his own basket.
It goes in.
That's something we could also do.
He had a double-double last night.
I heard about that, yeah.
And
good work, Hank.
And he
keep it up.
Had one miss.
One miss.
So, and it happened to be blocked, so I don't even know. He says it doesn't count, but I'm pretty sure in the stat book it doesn't count as a miss. But
when you score on your own hoop, does that count as a miss, or is it a field goal but for the opposition?
See, I'd like to answer that, but I've never been in the situation to actually give the stats to somebody.
Take us through like what happened there. Like, you just see Hank get the ball and just go to the wrong hoop. Like, what's going through? Are you yelling at him? Like,
to be honest, I didn't see I watched it on film, but I was going towards the end of the bench, and the bench just grabbed their hands and was like, "Oh no!" And I was like,
"That's so unfortunate."
And Hank's just standing under the basket, so I was like, "All right, I don't." And then one of the coaches was like, "He scored in his own basket." I was like, "Nah, I don't. It's not happening."
You can't do that.
But for his, if he played it off well enough, the other team tried to take it out. Mm-hmm. So they didn't know what direction they were traveling either. So it was an interesting thing. So they say you learn something new every year, and I guess it's shooting 1,000 right for the day. I mean, he was 1 for 1. He's probably the best shooting percentage right now for Union.
It's definitely a highlight.
So there's always a positive out of everything.
That's on when you win the championship, that's the
play of the year.
Oh yeah, it's play of the year.
Sports in the top 10.
He's got a ring on his finger.
10, Yeah.
And he's
I
got
mean,
the number
that's-
one seed
that's
and not
true.
top
That's
10.
true.
So, I mean,
That
he does it all.
Definitely true.
That's true.
Only
So-
person that can handle it.
Yeah, that's
Guaranteed.
actually like he came
Guaranteed.
in the next day. He was like, oh my gosh, I just scored on my own.
He was
data point.
excited. He was more excited. Yeah.
He was like, that was a great play for me. Like,
I got a first
That
period.
would kill a lot of people's ego, but
Exactly.
he can handle it.
First
Chip
period,
it up.
everyone's dead tired. He comes in, he goes, "Hey guys, scored on the wrong hoop. Not upset about
Bring
it.
in the energy.
I did it. It's over. That's it."
You
And
know, it's a
that was
big
that.
deal when the teachers start to say it to you.
Yeah.
The ones
Yeah.
that don't even come to watch basketball actually ask you about it. So
I mean, it's human error. That kind of stuff happens.
Yep.
So how about you? 10
look at that segue. How about you?
Varsity letters here. Basketball, baseball,
How many?
football.
10?
10, I believe.
10.
Oh,
Right?
sick
Jeez
brag
Louise.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I just wanted to hear it
That
again.
one in there.
It's been a long
Not
time.
9, 10, double
Yeah.
digits actually.
Yeah.
So
That's 19 between the family, if anybody's counting.
Oh,
put it down in the books. We got 19th in the family.
put it in the books.
What was your favorite sport to play out of the three mains?
In high school, it was whatever season it was in. I never dedicated myself to one sport, which I think, because that's just how my mind, a lot of people, have their theories about things, but it kept me engaged. So once the next sport was, winding down, I was ready to get into the next one. I was always ready. I started late football. I played basketball everybody's plays basketball since they're a little kid.
Yeah.
That was probably my most natural sport where I wouldn't say the least amount of effort had to go in, but just something that came easier than the other ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Football was football's something that you can't replace. There's not another sport like it. It's not another locker room like it. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of different personalities, and you go through it's a different battle of just collision all day, and the preparation for a week to have an outcome for one game is just different from everything else. You got lacrosse, baseball, basketball, soccer. You lose on a Tuesday, you have practice, you're back at it on a Thursday. So you it's not so much the grind, but
Practice more
it's
than
It's very unique.
and then the camaraderie that comes around, and my closest friends are still guys from football.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know.
And so, would you say you were best at football, or
No, my best sport was definitely basketball.
Basketball?
Yeah, definitely basketball. Like I said, it was just natural for me. It's just something that it didn't I didn't know all of football, the ins and outs. The little technique stuff. Like basketball is just more natural. So it came easy. So seeing the game was a lot slower than what it seemed that I was playing it at. But most fun I would say football. Just as a camaraderie. But I had fun playing basketball. But
just hitting people.
yeah, you get
putting
to
people on the turf.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
like to, and then-
nowadays, whether it's in practice or just walking around the hallways, you like to talk a little smack. It's just how
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
You
Me?
gotta talk your game. Yeah.
I was built
you gotta,
for it.
You gotta talk your game.
Yeah.
Back in high school.
Baker Mayfield, man.
Back in high school. Are you getting in kids' heads constantly during
How big of
during
a
your
trash
sports?
talker are you?
Basketball, you're getting up in the kids' grill. You're
Basketball,
hitting
there
them.
was some, trash talk. Yeah, back and forth. Just keep up the good work kind of stuff.
Oh,
I didn't
keep up the
talk
good work.
much in football or baseball. I don't really talk, but football, no, it was kind of you just play. But basketball, I just brought something out of other people.
So you were a big time trash talker in basketball?
I wouldn't say that. It defined big time, every game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick out somebody and then
By big time, I'm saying your opponent is scoring 5 less points because you are in his head.
Yeah,
and
are you getting?
he's upset by the way you're making him feel. He's taking a
I
free
mean,
throw and he's thinking oh God,
if
McKeon, this
if
kid's-
I don't have real estate, I guess I didn't win the game, right?
There you go.
Let your
You know,
game do the talking.
It's part of the game. I probably did a little too much if you think about it, but
part of the game.
made me play
part of the
better.
game, yeah,
Some
exactly.
people don't deal with it. You got to find the weakness in everybody, and if it's their right hand or their left hand, or they can't shoot, or it's just they can't handle a little smack, you got to go to the weakness, right?
Yes.
What about us?
What about you guys?
see
You
us,
guys trying to
what do you-
2-on-1 right now? 'Cause
I mean,
it's not going to work out.
oh, all right.
We could do that at some point.
Like,
You got the
see
video. We
us,
can get it on video at any time.
Like you see us.
That
what's
will
the
happen.
first
Stay
thing you're
tuned, that
thinking
will
about?
happen.
Like, what comes to mind when you're talking trash to us? Like,
I'm not
you're
thinking.
not talking trash to us.
You're not.
No, I don't have to.
You don't have
I
to.
don't know.
See that
I don't
that
know.
statement itself was
That's
a shot.
just that. It's just a power
Exactly.
move. It's just the alpha.
So you
move.
See,
are.
now it's already thinking about what I'm going to say. I don't even
Right.
have to say anything. You're already thinking about what I'm saying.
You own real estate in my head, right?
I do. You're not the only one. It might be a
believe
little
that is-
apartment,
That is
but
true.
I believe that.
Do you like when guys talk trash?
yes.
Like on your team too? Like even when like
Oh, I mean, there's some guys. I mean, you talking trash. I like to do it on the scoreboard, okay, or it's no effect. Like you can speak all you want, but if you're not producing, it gets guys fired up. I mean, there's different ways to handle it. I mean, of course, berating somebody or just causing them embarrassment is not what it's there for. But guy hitting a three, throwing up a three symbol, to the crowd, you get to the bench, you get your guys hyped up a little bit, you throw the arrow. That's more so now. Yeah. Like that's real big now. When I was high school, it was just you kind of just did your thing and
not a lot of celebrations.
No celebrations in high school. I mean, I guess when I was in college, Baron Davis started pounding the top of his head. Yeah. Like he used to go like this all the time, and that was like the start of like a three ball.
Yeah. And then you were the guy that actually started the arrow thing. That wasn't you.
I wish. That is, I tell you right now, if I was in high school, I'd be pulling the arrow out.
Really?
Oh yeah, I like that one. That's a good one.
That's true.
Okay, so shifting here a little bit away from sports. Not too big of a shift. The beard.
The beard.
Just the beard.
The beard.
The beard. I mean, there's a lot.
Can you get it with the mic? I mean, it's okay.
There's a lot.
Can't hide it. Can't hide it.
There's a lot of questions like, is there a certain place you go to? Do you do it yourself?
Oh yeah.
You do it yourself.
Man-made.
So like you're trimming it like how many times a week? Like.
Now it's probably like every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Just when it gets a little long. I used to. So it started. This is, you guys want the background?
Yeah.
This is where we're going.
Give me the
All right. So it started way back when I was a little toddler.
It's like 2 years old. He's got a double door beard.
Let's see. It came out with a little chin strap, and I was like, all right, we got something going here. I used to grow it out from November 1st and shave it after St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
Every year, and whatever grew, and it was super awkward at that time. And then I kept it through the summer one year, and then it just made it through, and obviously got the okay from my wife, and then it's just stuck.
Matters,
you'll learn. You'll learn. She granted the okay, and now I can't have it. No, I don't even know if I think I would just lose any power.
Can you ever, shave it?
No.
Are you ever win states?
No.
Would you shave it then? No.
No.
I mean that's lucky.
We won states because of the beard.
This thing is here.
You don't win states without the beard.
That's clear.
Do you have a
beard's
name
here to
for
stay.
it?
No, I don't. I mean, I guess the beard works, but
the beard. No, we're gonna
we're
gonna have to give it something.
Like give it a little personality.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work.
It is.
It's a lot of work.
You think I can go beard?
Right
now? You using product in that thing?
I got shampoo, condition.
I've been thinking about going.
Throw a little beard oil for the scent. Got lemon woodsman right now.
Lemon woodsman.
Yep. I would ask you to smell it, but that's on camera and it gets weird for everybody.
We're not. We'll do that off camera.
Yeah, no, we're doing that off camera. Okay.
Do people tell you you look a lot like Julian Edelman?
Well, considering I'm older and more athletic,
I used to call you Julian Edelman.
I would say he looks like me.
What about McGregor?
I actually McGregor's my cousin, but I actually was out one time and someone asked if I was Julian Edelman.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, just everybody that has a beard looks like each other, apparently.
No, you definitely look like Julian Edelman.
I mean, I wish. That would be pretty cool. But
well, you do.
He did take PEDs.
All right, yeah.
So it's a compliment.
I'll take anything I can get.
Yes. Let's see what we're doing.
All right, so you talked a little bit about your wife, and we had an incident last year. You did have a kid.
I had it, yes.
You had a kid. How's that going?
Thank you. Maeve Elizabeth. She's going to be a year in 11 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mark the calendars.
Life changing.
Yeah.
To the best, though, but, of course, you get to, she's an animal. Complete animal.
She swagged out?
She is. She's doing sled pulls.
We got you some Jordans. So.
They got Jordans already. I don't know if you think I'm joking, but she does push sleds around the house. You can ask that guys on the basketball team. They saw the video.
Really?
I'm not joking. I wish I would have brought my camera, put it on video. It went viral.
She got any tattoos?
No tattoos yet. It's frowned upon. She's not an adult. But yeah, it's awesome. She's healthy, happy. Seems like happy.
You came to our game that day.
I did.
With the hospital band on.
I did.
Was that like an hour after?
Would we have birth? Was at 1.
Okay.
So I got here around 5:30ish.
4 hours.
So it was a hectic day. It was a hectic day. But
big win. It was a big win.
Yeah, it was a big win. Oh my God, we murdered.
We just birthed her first child. She's pretty happy.
She's pretty happy?
Yeah.
But she's not like,
I mean,
what are you doing? Like,
no, at that point, the baby's got to go through all the tests and,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So it's kind of like they in and out, and it's just she needed a rest. She knew it. Listen, I'm dedicated to what I sign up for, and you guys both had me. I would never want to let anybody down, and I think that that what I preach to you guys is give me everything you have, and I thought that was my responsibility to be there for you guys. And you guys showed out that night and blew out Dispatch Plains by like 30, so it worked out for everybody.
Merc.
Yeah.
All right, so I have another thing that's
When you pull out the cell phone's been on the table
Listen,
for
listen.
however long this has been, and I knew it was coming.
you know what I'm about to do?
No.
Okay, so there is a picture
Okay.
just floating around the web.
It's been
You could say the
circulating
web.
in
I'm gonna show
Westfield.
you. Yeah, I see you're trying to.
So there's something creepy going on.
No, it's not creepy. It's not.
It's just
creepy.
like it's kind of an iconic picture,
It's just a Coach McKeon picture.
and I think it makes sense for us in this environment. We just need the backstory of this picture.
Like, are you posing for this picture? Like,
Why is that floating around?
that's just like a classic.
I have no answer for that question,
Yeah.
but
It's
this is a
pretty sick picture.
Yes,
That's
it
just
is.
it's just on the web.
I mean,
That's weird. That it's on the web.
where-
Are you posing
where
for
is
that?
this?
Like
That's a wedding that my wife's best friend got married at in Pennsylvania, and
you're
that
just
is
swagged out.
Yeah, you
that,
are
I mean,
so-
I mean,
sometimes I
enough
look
said
good,
looking at
sometimes
that.
I don't. It's more the camera than anything. Was not posing for that picture. It's like
You weren't. That was natural.
That's
So
a candid
it's
shot.
natural, candid.
That's a
I promise
candid
you.
shot.
You didn't pay for that picture to be
I
taken.
actually paid for it afterwards. No, but it's
Gotta be
just
up on the
not-
fridge.
Yeah, it was.
It's nothing
cool,
too
yeah.
crazy going on in there. Just
Yeah.
one of the best pictures you've ever taken in your life.
Yeah, probably. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm
that,
not-
if I had to say it, it's got to be like the
That's
highlight of
gotta
my
be
life.
like
Yes.
that's probably like a background.
Have you
photo.
seen that picture in like years, or is that just?
No, I haven't seen it. I don't even know how long.
You're welcome.
No, like
But
Westfield,
I
like
appreciate
kids,
it. I
like-
feel cooler again. That's just weird that you guys have photos of me on your phone.
it's not weird.
It is.
I
No
don't-
matter how you want to spin it, you have a picture of a grown man
It's
on your
weird.
phone. That's
If you think about it.
not
If you think
part
about
of
it,
your
You're
family.
overthinking it.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so you are our first guest. We have a little thing we're gonna like to do with guests. We call it the Gauntlet. We take you through a couple hypotheticals here.
Just
Yeah.
open-ended questions.
Just a couple open-ended questions. We'll
get in your
close
mind
it
a
out.
little.
These are our last couple questions here.
Okay.
All right. So if you won $50 million, what would you do with it?
50 million.
50 mil. Not even Kirk Cousins' money. Kirk Cousins can't believe
50
bum.
million. Jeez. I would. You want the honest reaction?
honest
All right.
opinion.
First, I would definitely hook up everybody in my family so there's no debt, and everybody
Family
would
guy.
get, everybody
Big
would
time
get some.
family guy.
I would then
Everybody eats.
buy a cul-de-sac. You know what a cul-de-sac is? It's like a
don't.
dead end with a
I know.
circle, like a
Oh,
dead end
oh,
street,
yeah,
but
yeah,
has a
okay.
circle.
Yeah, yeah.
Buy every one of my friends a house, and we live on a cul-de-sac.
That's pretty sick. That's
Pretty
actually-
sick,
that's pretty
right?
cool.
Now, if you want to do it real big,
Yeah.
if I had 50 million,
Yeah,
I'd
that's
buy a
what you're getting.
lagoon,
A lagoon.
Lagoon.
and everybody gets a boat.
A yacht?
Like, what is
No,
a-
no. Depends on how close you're a friend. You might get a rowboat.
Find like
I can't get everybody a yacht.
lagoon. Like I know the
Well,
word.
you
but,
go.
like,
You know where Lavalette Beach is,
Yeah.
and you know where the Bayside is, and there's there's like alleys of water.
Oh,
And the
yeah,
houses
yeah.
on both
it's like a
sides.
town with water.
No, it's not a town
not
with
like-
water. It's the bay, and you pull into like these little canals, if you will, and there's houses on both sides.
Okay.
Okay, that's the bay, and that's
McKeon
lagoon. Now I'm naming it. That would be awesome too.
And name the beard and
Name the
lagoon.
beard. I got a lot
we
to
gotta,
do.
We gotta come up with a name though.
That's gonna be
don't.
tough. That's
Yeah,
gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question. This is I know something that our friend group talk about a lot. It's
Yeah.
just it's a thought provoking topic. You ever just out at night? You look up look at all the stars and everything. What's out there? What's your take on just extraterrestrial life and just space in general? Like you have an opinion on that?
Any conspiracy theories?
Definitely stuff out there, right?
Yeah.
It has to be. I mean, it's endless. We don't even know where it goes.
You believe in the?
I mean, you're getting deep right now. Like this is just a.
Yeah.
Should we shut the lights off and like bond?
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever you want.
This, I don't know if there's like aliens, but is there other life? Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I've never been out there. It'd be pretty cool to go out there.
Like, are you a space guy? Do you find yourself wondering?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, I mean, I don't walk the streets and just look up and just be like,
I do.
man, that's fine.
I do.
Have you ever been to like another state like Texas and actually look at the stars? You
haven't.
can actually see it.
Are they great?
They're like really close, yeah.
You've
Well, my wife's from Texas, so when I
Okay.
go out there, it's different. But I mean, if you're going in that realm, but there's definitely stuff out there. It'd be cool. How do you know there's not another you?
There might be.
That's wild.
That's it.
Endless conspiracy.
It's right.
What like the Horton Hears a Who theory, where it's like we're a speck.
Now you're getting
leaf.
crazy here.
No, but like I actually believe that like we're some like tiny universe on like a major scale. We're like
That's a take right
Yeah,
there.
definitely.
we're
Good.
like a part we're a part of a flower.
Like, what's your conspiracy? We're a
I don't really have an idea. I mean, I think that Earth could be, it could be one of the smallest ones. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, until somebody proves me wrong, I guess.
There you go.
I will prove you wrong.
I hope you guys grow up to prove somebody wrong, and then you'd be like, you know what? It
me
started
as an astronaut.
on Double J Entertainment.
No, it's Benny and the Jet podcast.
Benny and the Jet.
Come on,
Benny and the
I mean,
Jet.
we're having you on.
Benny and
Jet
Jet. I
podcast.
feel like that's
Sometime.
trademarked already, though.
It's Benny
not.
and the
Benny
Jet.
and the Jets is the song.
Are you
This
coming
is-
out to the song?
It's a remix song,
Yeah,
that,
our
that we're
songs-
putting together.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very,
So-
very exciting. You would have already heard it by now, so I hope you like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Go to the
What's
next
your
one.
go-to gas station snack?
My what?
Go-to gas station snack.
7-Eleven.
Like you're
Like,
stopping
going to
off
get
at
it.
like
You want to get a snack?
Like if I'm getting I mean,
you're going to a gas station.
You say that like
I'm
you've
picking up
never.
soft
You
bites.
say that like
What do
you've
you
never
pick up?
gone.
soft bites?
Yeah, Airhead soft bites.
No.
So
First
good.
of all, you're going to go Airheads. You're going Airhead.
No,
And don't
Airhead
give me a little
soft bites
bit.
are 10 times better than regular Airheads.
If you
How
get,
can you
if
say
get
that? That's like
regular
saying the
Airheads,
sequel's
like the
better-
little
better.
Strips,
No.
Then we got to end this interview.
No, that's extreme.
It's
I'm talking about the
Airhead,
soft ones.
period.
not the
It's
strips.
Airheads, period.
Airheads are good, but I'm just saying like
You're not saying the sequel's better than the original. You can't.
it is. So
Name it one time.
Airheads.
No, it's
Airheads soft
you
bites.
can't even say it. No, it's absolutely not. If I'm going the Airhead. What flavor are you picking?
Purple.
Purple. Solid. What flavor's mystery? So you don't even know it's a mystery, but it actually is a flavor. They change it every once in a while.
Really?
It's just one of the flavors.
It's probably like
You're
It could be-
You're a grape guy.
Grape's a good one.
Yeah,
Orange is
purple's
good too.
Orange is really good. I'm
Yeah.
a blue guy.
Love the color
Blue guy's-
orange,
blue
but
guy's good.
the flavor, not my thing.
I mean, Airhead definitely.
Airheads is your go-to gas station snack.
I mean, if I had to pick up what kind of mood am I in? I mean, it's like
I mean,
it's like
are
saying
you
your
a chip?
favorite
'Cause
movie.
Look, there's a chip mood,
Yeah.
and
Right.
there's a candy mood,
Right.
and you're also getting a drink.
So
You
if
gotta-
I'm
you gotta-
going candy, I'm going to whatchamacallit bar. You know what those are? You're not
what?
about those.
That's a
life.
real thing?
I gotta go.
I mean, whatchamacallit bar?
Yeah,
I thought you.
I've
I
never
thought you like
heard of
forgot the
Get
name.
it,
and
change your life, and then come see me, and we'll do another interview.
All right.
Hey, maybe we'll get a sponsor.
And then candy,
Oh, yeah.
you could do Skittles or Airheads.
Okay.
And if I'm going chips, that's hard because you got the Doritos, but I would have to go Ruffles, sour cream,
Wow.
cheddar and sour cream.
Sour cream and onion, Pringles.
Okay,
amazing.
sour cream kind of guy. Pringles, good pick.
Pringles are really good.
Yeah.
Overrated.
All right. Coach McKeon, want to thank you. First interview for Benny and the Jet Pod. Hope you guys liked it.
Double J.
It's been a great time.
Been a great time.
I just trademarked a new one for you. So
Double
you're
J?
welcome. Double J.
Is that
I don't know. Benny and the Jet.
Benny and the Jet is 10 times better than
How did he get his name first?
I mean, it's just a song title. Like
Don't worry about it.
You see how I'm in your own heads and your own podcast.
I don't know.
Now you're
I
gonna
feel
be,
like- I feel
be
like-
fighting whose name's
You're in our
first.
I can
studio.
get in your head.
You're in
I
our
can
studio.
absolutely get in your head.
Yeah.
So you have a
Believe it or not.
game tomorrow.
got a game tomorrow.
Plug that a little bit.
Where?
We're
Tell
at
people to come
Kane.
out.
It's
At Kane.
against
Time?
Colonia. Colonia is 15-3. They're a good basketball
That's a
team.
win
They went
for
to the
Take Westfield.
finals last year, state finals. Lost on a buzzer beater to maybe St. Joe's. They're a good team. 6'6" kid. They got another guard that scores a lot. I mean, see what we can do. We'll be in the game. I know that. It's what we do at the crunch time, and hopefully, we come out ahead. I want it for the guys. They know they work hard. They're in there now, busting their butt. So, it would be a good team morale getting into the counties and the states. So, hopefully, we get some support. I haven't seen you guys at too many games, but it's all right. I come
I've
do
been
your
there.
I come do
Been
your
there.
interview.
You're not looking
Hopefully,
hard enough then. All right. Well, we appreciate you coming here.
Yeah,
Best
thank
of
you very
luck
much.
tomorrow.
I
Best of
appreciate
luck
it.
the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And
Thank
maybe,
you.
who knows, maybe you'll get back on here again.
I can't wait. It was a lot of
Recurring
fun.
guest. You're a new recurring guest.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I thought he was about to miss that.
Thank you. I had to go to Benny first because
Whoa,
first.
he's
whoa, we're gonna have
the
to
first
tap
one
him
on the
there.
list.
Tap him there.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
And we're back here. Great interview with Jim McKeon. Had a lot of fun. We definitely learned a lot of things about him that we didn't know. And I wouldn't be surprised if we have him back on the pod soon.
Yeah, I
Definitely
think so
a lot
too.
of fun. So-
you seem to be having a lot of fun too.
Yeah, no, great.
Totally cut you off there, but
It's all good. So let's get into Ben's bets of the week. It's the first time we're doing this. We got Ben's bets and we got Tulyu's takes.
yep. And that's just the best bets of the week.
Right.
The bets we have looked at over the week. We've looked at the week's
What
games.
we're feeling confident in.
Yeah, I'm feeling super confident in my game.
So let me get it kicked off here. My lock of the week, and some might say it's a little biased because I am a Kansas guy myself, but Texas Tech, 16 in the country, at number 11 Kansas. Look, Kansas is on a 2-game losing streak, both on the road. Allen Fieldhouse, they're going to be absolutely ecstatic to be back home. They're hating sitting at home and watching their team lose on the road. So I expect nothing but an absolute blowout in Lawrence, Kansas. And Texas Tech, honestly, one of the most unreliable teams of the year.
Is that because you bet on them so much?
No, it's because, look, their one game they shoot 40% from 3, and then the next they score 20 points in the first half. And the atmosphere, just rock chalk Jayhawk. I'm pounding him here. Whatever the spread is, spread hasn't been released yet, but it's going to be a massacre. So that's number 1. Number 2, Saturday night NBA. Don't like talking about NBA games that much because sometimes people don't like to try, and it's kind of sucks watching. But
I feel like that's I totally interrupt you
No,
there,
you're
but
good.
I feel like that's the shittiest take of all time.
What, NBA?
That they don't care about the game. They're not making.
I mean, no one's betting on Bulls Nets.
That's a great game to bet on. It's a great game to bet on.
Take the under.
Pound the Nets.
Take the under.
Pound the Nets. The Bulls are
Two boring teams.
absolute crap.
So 2 teams that aren't boring. We got the Lakers. We got the Warriors.
LeBron's back.
LeBron is back, but so is Boogie. And we saw them play last time on Christmas Day.
Oh my God, that was a massacre.
Lakers won.
That was a massacre.
But no, they played on January 21st. No LeBron, obviously. Warriors absolutely dismantled them.
But there's no LeBron for most of the Christmas Day game.
Doesn't matter. So LeBron comes back. So does Boogie. This is going to be, it's Warriors minus 10. Pound that at home. They're going to be scoring. Maybe take the over, too. I expect the Warriors to be up big. Lakers try to come back, but I don't really see any way that the Warriors don't completely take this home field advantage all the way.
Okay. I have mixed feelings on those bets. I don't know about the Lakers. I feel like the Lakers are just so inconsistent, and LeBron one game can just absolutely dominate. He can single-handedly take over the Warriors. And
You're not wrong.
I don't know. I mean, 10's a lot against any LeBron team, so I sound like a LeBron sympathizer. But anyway, my Tills' take of the week, UNC at Louisville. So UNC got absolutely murked. Oh my God, it was a massacre.
It was bad.
It was the
Your
worst
brother was
loss.
at the game.
My brother was at the game.
Terrible game.
Yeah, in UNC, in Raleigh, North Carolina. First, it was the worst loss in the history of the Dean Dome, which is where Carolina plays. Worst loss ever. UNC is going to get revenge. It's a pick'em game. Obviously, UNC is ranked 9th in the country. Louisville is ranked 15th. I feel like UNC is going to be really pissed off. Roy Williams, he doesn't lose twice in a year. That's just facts. UNC, pound UNC. Even away, it's a pick'em game. You can just hope for UNC for the win. You don't even have to, worry about any of the numbers. Just pound UNC. They're gonna make up for the worst loss in the Dean Dome history.
I'm a little nervous about that.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Just because home field advantage, you got the crowd involved.
Yeah, but you had the crowd involved for the UNC game, and they got murked.
Crowd was not involved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like UNC is just they're gonna come out really pissed off that Louisville. I mean, I feel like UNC before the Louisville game was still known as a top tier college team just for this year. Obviously, they're a top tier college team, ever. But just for this year, I feel like they were kind of knocked off that rank. So I feel like UNC is gonna be really pissed off and looking for revenge. They're coming for for Louisville's neck, and
Okay.
I think that I would pound UNC. I would take the over too. All right, so that's Tills' take and Ben's bets of the week. Next, new segment, Trade Talk, NBA.
It's really impeding on this whole
Yeah, oh my
NFL
God.
weekend.
They wouldn't let the NFL have one freaking week. It's the greatest week in the history of the NFL every year, and the NBA is just screw you.
Anthony Davis wants out.
Yeah, exactly. That's a bit. Where do you think he's gonna end up? You think he's gonna get traded or no?
He's going to end up in Los Angeles.
I mean, yeah, I think eventually. But if he gets traded to the Celtics, if the Pelicans wait till July 1st, they can realistically trade him to the Celtics without taking that big of a cap hit, and they can get Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So if you're the Pelicans, why not wait?
They probably will.
That's what I'm saying.
You see the package Lakers offered?
Yeah,
That's
it was Lonzo,
a lot of future.
Kuzma, Ingram, some white dude, and a first.
Zubac.
Zubac. That's a name and a half.
Free throw shooter. Yeah,
I would still, dude. I would pound. I would if it's a bet there. If I'm a betting man, I would still take that the Pelicans won't trade him before July 1st. I think that the Pelicans are going to hold on to him. I feel like people thought that Anthony Davis had a lot of the leverage in the situation, but he came out, and I feel like the Pelicans are just like, we're not going to trade you. I think that's a strong possibility that they just don't trade him.
Yeah, let's talk about Kristaps Porzingis.
Yep.
He, in fact, did get traded.
Dallas
Mavericks.
Knicks traded Kristaps and Tim Hardaway and Courtney Lee for Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, and Trey Burke. And so the full trade was this: Kristaps, Courtney Lee, and Tim Hardaway Jr. and Trey Burke for
Dennis
Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan,
Wesley Matthews,
and a first.
Two firsts. Butchered a little bit.
Yeah, should have known the deals.
It's all good.
Anyway, I think that's a horrible deal for the Knicks. I think they're banking on the fact that they're going to get a big name free agent, and they never do. They always assume because it's a freaking big market that everyone's going to want to come to New York. That's such bullshit. James Dolan is the worst owner in the history of sports. Like, that's not even a hot take. He's the worst owner in the history of sport. He looks like a fat character in Mario Kart. Like, he looks like one of those like mushroom toads. I'm dead serious. Look him up.
Go off, Jet.
I'm dead serious. Look him up.
All right, look.
James Dolan is.
You're not wrong with James Dolan.
He's the worst.
An absolute freak.
No one wants to play for him, though. That's what I'm saying.
He should sell the team. But look.
Look at him.
Look
at this kid.
He looks like a chipmunk. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Theodore.
Dude, Theodore.
Yeah,
that's the foul one?
Yeah.
He's such a clown, dude.
But I'm not that opposed to this trade.
Look at this.
And I think Kristaps Porzingis,
dude,
injury prone.
He had one ACL injury. He had one ACL injury.
Brittle. He can get hurt any given game, really. And if they're trying to sign him to a max contract, 5 years, $150 million.
I think it was one.
He was also planning on leaving. He told the front office, if you don't trade me, I'm under a restricted contract. I'm going to take a 1-year deal for unguaranteed money. He was going to leave. He didn't want to be there. He told them, I don't want to be there. So the Knicks said, all right, we got to get you out of here. They get Dennis Smith. Obviously, it pains Knicks fans to see that because they could have drafted him.
They could have just had him in the first place, dude.
But
the Knicks are just a shit show. They're just a shit show.
They're getting Kyrie.
No, they're not. They think they're getting all these big names, and they're just not.
They're not.
They're not even going to get Zion. The first three, the last three teams in the standings are going to have the same odds.
Yeah.
Knowing the Knicks' luck, they're going to get the third pick.
The NBA is rigged.
They're going to get the third pick. Look at this guy. James Dolan is just... He's a shit show.
They gave the Lakers Lonzo Ball. They're giving the Knicks Zion. The NBA is rigged. The lottery's rigged.
That's not what's going to happen, dude. The Knicks are not getting Zion.
Rigged.
They're not going to get a single big name free agent, and they're not going to get Zion. All right.
Kyrie, Clay,
the NBA
Zion.
is just the WWE. But
It is. The lottery is like rigged.
The WWE
that
is
fact. Factual.
Okay.
Lottery's rigged.
I still don't think the Knicks are going to get Zion. Anyway, next segment. This is one of our segments that's not involving sports, and I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun listening to this. We have a question of the week. Best hypothetical of the week. You know, if you're having a good time, maybe want to think about these. Just sit back, sink into the couch.
On the couch
just think about these questions of the week. This one is a little bit of an interesting one.
Okay,
we were watching Hunger Games the other day.
We were.
Great movie.
Sad.
Definitely sad. Oh, when Rue dies.
Rip.
Bro. Yeah, did I shed a tear?
You hate to see
Maybe.
Definitely tough watch.
Yeah, definitely a tough watch. Okay. If you had one person to be your partner in Hunger Games, who would you pick? We're going to go fictional and non-fictional. I'm bringing The Rock.
Fictional?
Dude, The Rock is coming in and just dominating. He's dominating with me. He's carrying me on his shoulders.
Here's also the thing about
I'm this
I'm just saying, even if he's not fighting, just the intimidation factor.
The intimidation of The Rock. That's facts.
Dude, honestly, if The Rock's in it, everyone's taking him out.
I don't know, man. No,
he's not lasting.
Yes, he is. He's like the.
What's his skill? Like he can't shoot. He's just like built like a baguette. He's literally there's
He's beating the crap out of like at least
with
3
his
boys.
fists until someone comes with like a knife.
What if he has a knife?
The Rock with a knife.
The Rock with a knife. The Rock with a
I mean,
gun.
when you say it like that.
Have you ever seen like Fast and
love it.
Furious? What's his name again?
Look,
Have you ever seen his comedy movies with Kevin Hart?
I'm not saying that the Rock isn't an absolute specimen because
The Rock is
and he might rack up 15 kills. But am I taking him? No.
Yes, you are. All right, who are you taking then? I'm taking The Rock.
Well, real.
like real life.
Real life. Didn't you say OBJ?
Bro, I'm not taking OBJ. Real person, Hunger Games. They gotta be smart, but
The Rock,
they gotta also know.
greatest mind in the world.
Like, they gotta have some combat skills.
It's got to be a great combination.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who has that combination.
Sharon, do you have anyone? Who's your guy?
I
You would go with The Rock?
Also,
The Rock.
Yeah.
I-
And then, like in a similar kind of like vein, the guy who plays Aquaman.
Yeah,
Dude, what is his name? It's gonna kill me.
I know who my fictional
Aquaman.
character is.
Who's your fictional character?
It's Katniss Everdeen, because she's never
Dude.
lost. There's no reason for someone not to take Katniss Everdeen. Like
She's
I'm
soft.
feeling,
She's soft.
So like, let's say I take.
she's
She's
soft,
soft.
but she's got what is it 2?
You see,
1
like
and
in
a
the
half?
something
Jason
Jason Momoa. Jason
Yeah,
Momoa.
okay, yeah.
That's
So like,
Aquaman.
let's say I
That's
take
The Rock versus him. Jesus.
Oh my god, I would take The Rock
Final
any day of the
2.
week. I would take The Rock any day of the week. The Rock would. The Rock. All right. Quick question: is there any chance The Rock isn't on PEDs? Isn't on steroids? There's no chance
There's-
that
I mean,
a
there's a-
human body
there's a
can
chance.
look like that without being on
You see
steroids.
his interviews. All he preaches is just wholesome like life.
But that's just like such like that could be such bullshit. Like he's definitely on PEDs.
I feel like in his WWE.
He was a yeah. That's what I'm saying.
100% he was on.
He was definitely on
Now
PEDs.
he's natural.
Yeah.
But like, does that carry over? Absolutely. That definitely carries over.
So then he's not even passing the drug test to get into the Hunger Games. So
There's no drug test in the Hunger
For
Games.
the Hunger Games?
So then Katniss Everdeen's gonna be boosted up. He's gonna be fucking yoked.
Alright. So we're talking about fictional here.
Yeah.
Let's say I bring in like Harry Potter. Can he do like his like spells and
I mean,
shit?
I would just bring an Iron Man.
I
then.
guess.
I would just.
I don't know actually, because then like he can just like
Body some guys
yeah,
with
yeah,
Iron
yeah,
Man.
Yeah.
Tony Stark is like
I'm gonna
the.
say no on magic.
Okay. What about Tony Stark and Iron Man? Can I bring in?
Does he have the
Does he have the suit?
Why are you bringing Iron Man?
I'm bringing. Are you kidding me?
Such
Tony
a-
Stark is
Best
a
Avenger.
genius, and who's the best Avenger?
Thor?
No, no way. I'd rather have the Hulk than Thor. Thor's a stud. I'd rather have the Hulk.
I was gonna say with
Thor.
the Hunger Games
Hulk.
for a fictional like version of The Rock almost.
Okay.
You take the Hulk.
Yeah.
As
Okay.
just protection.
Yeah.
Like somebody tries to shoot you, you just like.
That's
hide behind
that's
the
not a
Hulk.
bad.
That's like
pick at all.
the hypothetical. Like, if you were in a civil war, if you were like taking place in the Civil War, would you rather have a tank or a full like 2-ton T-Rex going
I
into battle?
don't-
I'd rather have a T-Rex.
T-Rexes are sick, but like
Yeah.
how many? Like,
You get
shots
one
does it take
T-Rex.
for
You
a
get
T-Rex?
one T-Rex, and you get one tank.
Can you maneuver the T-Rex? Like, I
Yes,
feel like-
you're riding the
And
T-Rex.
then you're
Oh,
like,
I'm riding. The
You're
T-Rex?
riding the T-Rex.
absolutely taking this.
I'm taking the T-Rex.
If you get, like-
no doubt about it, mine.
You know what? I'm
Yeah.
not taking the T-Rex.
Who are you taking? You taking the tank? It's Civil War times though. It's like
All
the
you
really
need-
shitty.
Really,
tanks.
all you need is like a rope to just trip it, tie the legs,
Dude, I don't know. I feel like
like scrawling on the ground.
no. I feel like he just step.
If
He
you're
just step on your
maneuvering
ass
the
though.
T-Rex,
He
and,
might.
like, you're
He
in
just
the
step on
tank,
your ass.
He definitely
you just
might.
like run in, you just make the T-Rex run in zigzags.
Yeah.
The tank can't shoot it, and then just T-Rex wins every time.
This is a crazy
Okay.
hypothetical.
Yeah. All right. I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of fun conversations today.
couple of fun conversations. You know, you guys can DM us if you guys have any more hypotheticals that like you want us to talk about. What do you guys want to hear segments wise too? We're trying to think of some new segments for you
Also-
guys, trying to make it less boring a little bit.
Other people's that you might want us to interview, talk
Yeah.
to.
We've got a couple good ones on the horizon.
Yeah.
I think me and Ben have talked about it, and me and John has offered a couple good suggestions, right, John? We're trying to get John a mic too. He can't talk, but
I like hearing a lot.
yeah, just follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter at Benny and the Jet Pod. Apple Podcast. So what we're doing, we're submitting the Apple Podcast tonight, which is Friday night. We're filming this on Friday. We're trying to we don't know when it's gonna officially go and be a podcast on Apple Podcast. It's gonna go as soon as possible, but it takes 1 hour to 3 days to actually submit onto Apple Podcasts. So we'll see. Hopefully, it'll get up by the Super Bowl. It's gonna be on SoundCloud and Spotify and YouTube before then.
YouTube is Benny in the
Go subscribe, unsubscribe, and then resubscribe. Do that as many times as you can. That actually helps. Leave a 5-star rating. If you guys have any questions too that you guys want on the podcast, like if you guys want to leave a comment, leave it in either our Instagram comments, Instagram DMs, or Apple Podcast 5-star. Give us a 5-star review. That'll really help us out. Criticism is not wanted.
Criticism is
Screw criticism.
Threaten them a little bit. Like, give them a little threat if they don't.
If you don't give us a 5-star, you're not. You suck.
Yeah.
There we go. That's such a shitty comeback. All right.
By the way, also, we do have an official logo coming soon.
Yep, official logo is coming soon.
We couldn't get it out in time. The designer didn't get to finish it before we got this podcast out, and we didn't want to wait till after the Super Bowl. We didn't want to miss out on that stuff.
Yeah.
So there is a logo coming, and the future is bright.
Future's definitely bright. All right, with that one, thank you guys so much for listening. Subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe.
See you soon,
We're out.
guys.